All right, here we go. It's Friday night between the hours of 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Calling number is 347-426-3634. We are in the paint, the realist talking sports. Good evening, all. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm your host / moderator, and also joining me, as always, the man that created in the paint. That would be Mr. Mark A. Cunningham, also known on Twitter as @Max611. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up, brother? It's gonna get serious tonight.
Yeah. Well, you already know.
Tonight.
And let me just throw this out there because you know what? The first thing we're gonna talk about, and I'll get to that in a second. But my goal is to get the guy that we're gonna talk about first on the docket tonight. My goal personally is to get this man to be a guest on In the Paint and for us to conduct a interview with him and to show our support behind him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'll ask you, how are you, first of all?
I'm good, brother. Somebody put a battery in my back. Y'all better check the
sure.
Twitter. Mac been hitting the streets. We are the realest show in sports for a reason. And the battery is I'm lit.
Oh wow. Okay. Love the terminology. The first thing before we get into it, like I said, we're going to get into the show in a second too. Just allow me to, promote our protest rally, which will be happening Thursday, April 6th at 6:30 p.m. on 32nd Street and 7th Avenue. This protest is against not the players of the Knicks, but yet the ownership of the Knicks and even the management of the Knicks. So if you're tired of the same old, if you open your eyes to the formula that the ownership and the management has done for years in delivering a very inferior product on the court, if you are tired of paying exorbitant prices, if you're tired of paying for Knicks merchandise and shamefully have to wear it in the streets of New York or wherever you go in this country, if you're tired, show up at this rally. Stand for change. It can happen. But it all starts with one glorifying, defining moment, and that is our rally. Again, Thursday, April 6th, 6:30 p.m. sharp. Be there for change. So I'll just throw that out
Front
there.
Of the garden. Let me get mine in. Or can I get mine in, bro? I'm lit. Can I get mine in?
You may proceed.
Okay, as my brother and co-host and the dude that is the backbone in the paint, as he said.
Thank you.
We have to show how we, as fans, how we really feel. New York City should not have to suffer for 30, 40 years without a title. The last 16 years, all we have to show is a couple of playoff appearances, 54 wins 3 years ago before this charlatan, as my brother likes to call Phil Jackson, as the charlatan with 11 rings. You know, we had a decent team there. He tore that apart. We're on 4 coaches. He's blown up three rosters, ruined Carmelo's prime years, and we still in the abyss with the Sacramento Kings and other ilk like that. So come out 6:30, front of the garden. Phil must go and screw Dolan. And as my other brother Hollip would say, fuck Dolan. So there you go.
I love that. I love the word ilk. that was classic. So that being said, let's start our broadcast here. First thing on the docket tonight: should Black America boycott the NFL since the movement that Colin Kaepernick with the kneeling during the national anthem, and for that he's being punished, he's being blackballed. He has yet to be signed by an NFL team. Yet you know what I'm saying? Not even a look, not even a phone call.
Interview.
One nameless executive even used the word embarrassment in referring to Colin Kaepernick, and teams don't want to associate with his stand last year.
Right.
So maybe a
Right.
lot of those GMs and executives share that same sentiment as that nameless coward executive that said that he was an embarrassment to NFL. I gotta tell you, initially my thoughts are this. One thing is this, Mac. Did he lie? Did Colin Kaepernick lie? See, this is based on. It's not just based on personal opinion, but it's based on facts that go on and have been going on for this country for years, hell, decades, hell, centuries. You understand? On the injustices that African Americans have suffered in this country. Okay, and let me just say this: he talked about the whole police brutality. That's one of his main things. And he took a stand for that by kneeling during the anthem.
Right.
And for that, he catches flack. And yet the NFL will employ rapists, they'll employ domestic abusers, and other, I'm going to use your word, ilk. Okay.
Druggies.
And, druggies, you understand? And these guys will get repeated chances in playing for the NFL and earning a significant amount of money. But yet that's fine for the NFL. But because a young man, he wants to make a stand against social injustice for African American people, and I'm saying it especially with the emphasis on African American. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that. Not that he harmed anybody physically. Not that he burned the American flag, which is a crime. No, because he kneeled during the national anthem. You understand what I'm saying? To want to cause change in this country for African Americans. It's sickening. It's sickening. You understand? It is so disgusting that this man cannot even warrant an interview. Now, let me just throw this out there. Let me just throw this little, disclaimer out there. And I know we're about a month or so away from the draft, as somebody else had said before previously, and that, training camp hasn't started, obviously, that possibly during training camp or maybe a little bit after training camp, he could latch on with a team. That's a possibility still. But for right now, when I see guys like Mark Sanchez being signed, when I see guys like Josh McCown being signed, when I see Geno Smith being signed before this dude, it's a problem for me. It's a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Mm-hmm. These people, these executives, they're all butthurt. Okay, all in their feelings because a man spoke out for the African American community. He took a knee for that. So this is your punishment for that? This is your punishment for that? Really? I mean, it ticks me off, man. And again, I am definitely behind Colin Kaepernick, and I hope to God that he gets another job. You understand? Like I said, it's way early. We haven't even gotten to the draft. That situation could change up totally. You understand? But I am behind this brother. And don't give me to talk about, he stopped now because he's jobless and he needs a job and he knows he needs to stop. No. He already put motion to his stand. Okay? With the many pounds, tons of food he has donated to Somalia and they're suffering over there, okay, by shipping them supplies. You understand? We can get into discussion about the money out of his own pocket that he's donated for various causes, okay, that affects African Americans. You understand? This man he's doing the work. You understand? He's walking the walk and, talking the talk and walking the walk. He's doing everything that needs to be done behind his own personal stance. And yet you and especially the current president of the United States, who's a piece of shit, by the way, okay? Talking about Donald Trump. You understand? For him saying, the reason, they know that NFL owners know that they employ this guy, they'll get a mean, nasty tweet. Who cares about your tweet? Who cares?
He needs
So
to get
what?
off of Twitter.
Exactly.
Clown.
Exactly. Big time clown. You know, it's just disgusting. And Cora, I see you. Whenever you want to chime in, please hit 1 on your dial pad. We'll bring you in. You can join the conversation live with us on the air as well. But it's disgusting now. It's absolutely disgusting, Matt. So I'm gonna pass you the mic and let you get some of your initial thoughts on this off.
Thank you, brother. You were very, very eloquent and succinct in all that you said.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna piggyback on many of your thoughts. I might even say the same thing.
That's okay.
And
it needs
you know,
to be
we like you said, we want Colin Kaepernick on our show. We stand with you. We've stood with you and been watching what you're doing, and we applaud that.
Right.
Here's my thing. That executive, why don't you put your bitch ass name to what you said so that we can flame you? Because in the paint, we'll flame you.
Of course.
Put your name to
of
it.
Course.
You have so much to say about Colin. Put your name to your quote. Man up.
Right.
Don't hide behind the media, and don't hide behind sources say. No. Put your name to it so that we can therefore tear down your team so that you don't profit anymore. Because we down to do that. We are down to not watch your teams and have Black Americans in your city not watch your team. And coming up with this topic for tonight, I've been looking on my timeline, specifically my Facebook and Twitter, and I see a lot of my friends. I see a lot of other people posting. Colin Kaepernick isn't given a job. We need to not watch the NFL. I'm all down with it. Listen, I love football. I love the NFL. But I will be watching college football next year if Colin Kaepernick doesn't get a job. And we won't say iota about a Jet or Giant. Or, I hate the Cowboys, so that'd be good for me not to speak about them. So
excuse me, that's funny. Definitely. And I hear you.
And I see you calling. We see you calling. We're gonna bring you in a minute. I'm gonna be real brief. And we need to take stands, and we need to put people under pressure financially, because
Definitely.
Certain things we just can't do as a people, but we can hurt your pockets.
That's right.
We can hurt your pockets. NFL offices are already got at Goodell. Son, you better speak to them owners. I want to interview, a tryout. If not, in the paint and a contingent will be outside the NFL offices.
Believe it.
We'll make a spectacle. You're already a herb, so it'll just be apropos for us to do more damage to your already tattered image.
There you go. You want to bring the caller in?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do that then. The last 4 digits is 3882. Welcome to In the Paint. Please introduce yourself and where you're calling from. 3882.
Can you hear me?
388. There you go.
We
yes,
can.
Yes, now we can hear you.
How are you? My name is Aisha Al-Mumin, and I'm calling from Georgia.
Hey, this is my sister. This is my goddaughter's, one of my goddaughter's aunts. What's up, Queen?
Okay.
I'm calling because I'm not a football fan. I'm not a sports fan. I think the only sports I really watch is tennis because I love Serena. But I took notice that Colin Kaepernick stood up for Black people. So I started following him because of his stance. And although, like I said, I'm not a sports fan, I don't watch football and stuff like that, I feel obligated to make a stance or to speak out on behalf of someone I feel has spoken out and put their reputation on the line on behalf of my sons and me and my nephews all the black men that I know. So, and then he's being compared to a murderer. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, when Ray Caruth killed that young lady. How does this equate? I don't understand how this equates to a murderer. You understand? I don't understand how someone logically equates a person who's standing up against police brutality to a murderer. It's not. It doesn't make sense to me. And like I said, I spoke with someone earlier today who was saying that the ball is in our court. If Mr. Kaepernick could find it in his heart to and he has put his money where his mouth is. He is the victim of racism right now. He's the victim of racism because racism is when you're attacked financially and politically. So, and white people are in the position to, like, black people don't really have a position to say, well, if we don't like what you do and we don't like what you say, except for a group effort like in the 60s when the Montgomery boycott happened. It made a difference at that time because we did it together. We banded together and we boycotted these entities, white businesses that wouldn't allow black people equal access to buses. In the 60s, although we paid the same prices, and it was only because we stuck together, we had unity, and we said we're not going to give you all our money to be treated in in an unfair way. And we need to do the same thing with the NFL. If they can't find it, they don't have, to me, there's no logical explanation to do this to the brother, except for they don't like what he says, so it's a punishment. And they've done this all the time to our athletes throughout time. The brothers who put up their fists during the Olympics, they were shunned. They couldn't get, any money. They were, they threatened them with poverty for speaking out against injustices done. Instead of addressing the issues, they never address the issues. They just punish because you spoke out about the issue. And that's wrong. We have to stick up for our brother.
Well said. Well said. Listen, I thank you for that comment. I wish you would stay on with us as well, if you don't mind. At this time, I do have another caller I want to bring in because he has his hand up at the time. So if you don't mind, just bear with us here for a second. And the last 4 digits is 4521. Welcome to Inner Pain. Introduce yourself. Where you calling from? What's going on? 4521. Last 4. 4521. What's going on? Are you there? Hello? I think I know who this is. Dom is the air?
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, there you go. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
I'm on the phone.
Okay. Okay. I need your commentary, brother. Oh, by the way, any other callers on the line, anytime you want to join us, hit 1 on your dial pad. We'll be sure to bring you in with us live here on the air. Dom, go ahead with some of your thoughts on Colin Kaepernick, how Black America should possibly boycott the NFL due to the fact the brother is not even warranted getting an interview for a job, okay, to become a quarterback in the NFL. What are some of your thoughts on this, brother?
If he don't get picked by a team, I'm definitely not going to watch. Seriously, man. Yeah, because it's very uncalled for. But I'm not, mad. I really don't feel no type of way because they stay true feelings. There's nothing you can do. Just don't get your emotions involved. But at the same time, there's no need for us to watch football. And really, the players, they should do something too. Right,
That's a good point.
I'm not trying to tell grown people what to do, but it comes to a point where you just gotta be like, you know what? Y'all don't care. Why should I care?
Right.
Yeah. It's not that important. Y'all already made about $20 million out of how many years y'all played football? So you can't say that you broke. Unless you was just dragging off your money.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's sad that we gotta America gotta see this though. Like this is a dude that he's really helping people. It's coming out of his pocket.
Exactly.
And they got the nerve to talk bad about him. Like I don't understand that. So it's okay for you to be an asshole and a disrespectful person and have no regards for anybody's life.
Right.
But once you show that you care about people, then oh, he's this and he's that, and I don't understand that, man. Like how did America even come to this?
Well, Dom, it's always been that way. It's always been that way. I was thinking about this before we did the show, and we are still fighting the same fight that our parents fought and our grandparents fought and our great grandparents fought. We still fighting for equality, and it might be a different way, a different tone, but it's still the same. We still fighting racism, and what I was thinking about was that they're not going to give up power, and they're not going to change that. And what we need to do is bounce, go somewhere else, and make these companies and make America let them know how we feel by hitting them in the pocket. I've always said that.
Exactly.
You want to make change, you got to hit somebody financially. Then they want to talk to you. Could we talk? No, we can't talk. We wanted to talk to you, but you didn't want to talk. You ignored us. You shunned us.
Right.
You said we was angry. Go ahead.
What really kills me, and I didn't even when I was starting to talk about this whole thing with Colin Kaepernick is the fact that I didn't get a chance to voice my opinion on the boycott, and I'm going to say some stuff that's going to be really difficult to digest here, and it's going to make people uncomfortable. My thing is, while all of us on the line are saying, and we will, and I'm very confident in all of us, talking about this and talking about not watching the NFL, but it's a shame that other people of color will not follow our lead, because there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to follow, what we are talking about here. You understand? They're going to come up with their own negative connotations of like, oh, it's not going to change anything, but that type of narrative. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the shame, because you can change the narrative. You understand? By just like Max 611 and Dominique, and pardon, I hope I don't mispronounce your name. Aisha, is that correct? That's your guy.
Yes, that's my name.
Okay, I didn't want to mispronounce it. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, people, they have to realize that they can, make a change by hitting them in the pockets. Then you're going to be invited to the table and sit down and discuss. You understand? And get your views across. You understand? That's where it can begin. But you got to take the first step. You have to take the first. You have to be brave enough. You have to be strong enough to take the first step and do what you need to do in order to make them want to discuss you with you. You understand? To get you through the door, to get you to the table, to get you to sit down. That's where it comes. And you need to have every person of color needs to back this man up. You understand? They need to back this man up, because what he did was he knelt for every person here, every African American person in this damn country. That's what he did, and that's brave. Let me tell you something. Without guys like Colin Kaepernick, without guys like I'll just throw some names damn, I'm so pissed off. You have to excuse me. but any of our great leaders that have facilitated change, it all started with one movement. You understand? And for those brave individuals, we wouldn't even have the little bit of freedoms that we have today. We don't have a lot, but the little that came from our ancestors that fought for justice. You understand?
Right.
And I throw Colin Kaepernick in that class. Do you understand? So for any person of color to not ride with this dude, It's shameful. It's
Right.
absolutely shameful.
That is so true, because people don't understand that the way that they are showing hate to white people, the establishment, they're showing this type of hate to Colin Kaepernick right now. This is the same type of vitriol, the same type of hate that they showed Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali during their time of their stance. It's the same thing. And, I mean, if you go back and you look at old articles about how people, the establishment spoke with them, how they treated them, the threats that they made to them, it's the same thing now with this brother. They're doing the same things. It's the same tactics. And like I said, when Martin Luther King and the other people during that time organized the Montgomery bus boycott, you know, they was public enemy number one. The person who's in charge of the, I think it's the State Department now. I don't remember which American government entity that he's in charge of. Jeff Sessions. Martin Luther King and his wife definitely had direct contact with him. They came from the same, I think Jeff Sessions came from Alabama or something like that, but he came from a southern state, and Martin Luther King was having issues with him, and then this person is alive. He's in the government now. Martin Luther King and his wife, everybody knows the story about Martin Luther King. He's dead. His wife, she didn't have to be dead, but I'm pretty sure that stress in her life, from what happened in her life in America, contributed to her, not living as long as this Sessions got. We don't understand the toll that it takes on us, and we don't look at what's going to happen to Colin Kaepernick because he took that stand. Hopefully, he made enough money. He has some money in the bank. He can live comfortably. I don't know what's going to happen with him as far as his job is concerned and things like that. But if there was a way, black people need to figure out a way to employ our people. When Serena wasn't getting paid as much as that druggie girl until they found out that she was on drugs, the tennis player, she wasn't getting paid as much as her, even though she was the highest performing tennis player in the world. Like she beat all of them, but and then we're complaining because she's not getting paid. We, African Americans or black people in America, we are in charge of $1.1 trillion. There's no reason why we should be complaining to anybody else about our, people who stand up for us or our athletes not getting endorsements and stuff like that. We need to start thinking of ways to support ourselves and each other financially so that we won't have to be subjected to, racism in this way. Because if we have to always watch what we say, we can't speak out against things that we think are wrong because, you can't bite the hand that feeds you, even though that hand is nasty, dirty, and stinking. You know what I'm saying? you can't bite that hand. And it's just a messed up situation we find ourselves in.
Well said, sis. Well said. I totally agree with you. Mac, I know we got another caller with their hand up. We're gonna bring this person in and see what they have to say about this matter. Last four digits is 4916. Welcome to In the Paint. Please introduce yourself and where you're calling from.
Peace, black man. Big Dev calling from Brooklyn, New York.
What's up, Dev? My brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
What up?
Brother.
Yo, brothers, how you feeling?
Let me just say this to you, Dev. I want you to remain in control, my man. Because you are off the hook. Okay, what's going on, brother?
Nothing, just chilling, bro. I had to call in today because I got to speak on my boy.
Sure.
Got to speak on my boy and Kaepernick, and I say this: fuck the NFL if he don't get a job. Plain and simple. I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I put it up on my page when I first heard the situation of what he was going through, and that's what I said. Is we as black people, we need to go ahead and boycott them because if they don't give a damn about us, why the hell should we give a damn about them? We spend a lot of money.
Right.
We spend a lot of money in paraphernalia from the NFL and tickets and all of that stuff. So we need to boycott it. It just is what it is. It's a damn shame when a man stands up for a black man, the world hates him. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
But you know what's funny, Dev? And rest of you on the line, you know what's really funny to me? in this country, and I'm just going to throw it out there. Probably Blog Talk will shut me down once I say this, and no surprise. But let's take a look at Jews in this country.
Sure.
Okay. Jewish people, they haven't made over here, and they can band together, but yet their racism came in Germany with Hitler.
Right.
You understand? It wasn't from America. So, of course, America is not going to hate on them like they hate on us.
Right.
You take a look at any ethnicity in this country, they can band together for any type of social cause, and it's not criticized. It's not looked upon in a bad way as it is in our community. You understand?
Right.
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it bothers me, man, because I'm like, here it is. This guy donates his own money to help communities. He makes sure people in other continents is eating with his own money. He spoke up. Spoke up on things that are injustices to human beings, not just black folks, to human beings.
Yep.
And you, a bunch of owners, billionaires now, a bunch of billionaires get together and you're upset because of him talking. That tells me when people that have money have nothing else better to do but to shit on other people. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame that guy cannot find a job, and he's a good quarterback. I can see if his quarterback skills wasn't up to par, but he's a good quarterback. He won a Super Bowl. So let's really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But look at last year. Who was the number one jersey being sold? Colin Kaepernick. And he can't get a job this year.
Right.
And I'm a Giants fan, and the Giants are looking for a quarterback. Why are you not looking in that direction? So fuck the Giants. That's the way I feel.
They got Geno.
I don't give a damn. They should have went for Colin.
I agree with you. I'm just making that point.
Yeah, I know they got Geno, but I'm just saying that it bothers me, man. That I can't understand when you sitting on billions of dollars. What do you care about the little man? But they must sit in their little Ivy Castle and say, wow, it's hate. I can't stand the fact that Mark and Rodney is doing a show and getting money. Oh man, we got to do something to shut that down. While you sitting on billions of dollars.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, you know what? It's clearly evident. I'm sorry, Mike. Let me look at this all.
No, go ahead, brother.
It's just clearly evident that we are the enemy. That's just what it is. Plain and simple. We are the enemy in this country. That's just what it is.
I won't even call us the enemy. I'll call us the hunted. We are the hunted, not the enemy.
Well,
we are the hunted.
We are.
Yeah. I would. You know what? I would agree with that. Thank you for that. Correction there, Dale. I would agree with you because look, you got a guy that's speaking out on issues, on injustices in this country, which has and let's not get it twisted. These injustices are not made up. We didn't just pull this out of our behind.
Right, it didn't come out that. Right.
You understand? We're not making this up, but it's just facts.
It's
and
straight
that's what
facts.
kills me. It's facts, but yet they do not wish to acknowledge this at all.
And all because he took a knee for a fucking song that means nothing for us, has nothing meaning to us in it. Like for real, come on, man. Come on.
It's amazing.
But here it is. Ben Roethlisberger can rape women and still get his job. Ray Rice can knock his girlfriend out, get his job back again. Adrian Peterson, get his job back again. This guy take a knee, now nobody wants to rock with him.
Exactly.
Right. How many chances does Josh Gordon get, and how many times has he been dirty with not even enhancing drugs, but drugs, and they still want that dude to play, and he still let him.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, I personally, I will not support the NFL this year. If this guy does not have a job come August, I will not support the NFL this year. It will not happen.
Let me get at the people, our own people who hate on Kaepernick. I got people on my page the convenient dude. They don't want to be too. They want to be black, but they don't want to be too black.
Yo, let me tell you something. I was telling Big Mark. Let me tell you something. I was telling Big Mark that if you got people in your circle that does not coincide with what you coincide with, delete them. You don't need them in your atmosphere anymore. This is the only way you can progress and go forward. You got to get rid of those that don't think like you. If they don't think like you, get rid of their ass. What you need them for?
I agree. And these people, they have said that, and they follow the media and what the media says. He's only doing it for attention. Yes, he did do it for attention, for specific attention. But here's the point: he risked his career and his money to help other people. So we gotta ride.
$1 million of his own cash. I don't think that's attention. Okay, that's caring. That's caring. That ain't attention.
Yeah. Right.
Because if he wanted attention, he could have went and popped some bubbles.
The situation. Yeah. It's a damn shame, man.
It is.
If he wanted attention, he could have did a sex tape. He could have went and popped some bub with 50 other dudes in the club and made it rain. Just about every other athlete does. And,
it sounds like the good old hymn of, look, little nigga, we gave you this money, you do what the hell we say. So why don't you just say that? I'd rather you just say that than try to fucking act like, oh, we not giving him a job because of this, that, and the third. Just say it. That nigga, we don't want that nigga to play no more.
Right.
And it's black.
I got another.
There are black owners too that's allowing that shit. That's the crazy shit about it.
Yep. And here's another point. I got to bring up Cam Newton because here we have Colin Kaepernick, who's a light-skinned brother who's also half white, and here we have the guy who was Mr. Black Man up until his owner told him, yeah, we're going to have a talk with him because if he's going to be the face of my franchise, he can't have tattoos. I don't want him with long hair because Cam said he was going to grow his hair out. He said, I don't think that's a good idea. Have we seen Cam grow his hair out? No. And recently Cam said he's a Mexican.
Whatever.
He did not.
Cam Newton is a dude I totally forgot who he even exists because that's the respect he get from me. And anytime you sell yourself out, man, just for a few dollars, man, what I care about you? What I really care about you? He's not a great player any goddamn way.
There you go. And he sold Colin. He sold him out when they asked him about Colin. He was the first one to say, well, actually, I got the clip of this fool if y'all want to hear.
And then tried to shake Colin's hand. You see what Colin did, though.
Yeah.
He gave him the
exactly.
look.
Like, yeah. He gave him the look, man. You know? Ridiculous. Oh, boy, I tell you, man. That whole... you know what, not to get off Colin, but when I saw that thing with Cam, I couldn't even believe that, man. I was like, did this dude really just say that? Yeah. Did he really just go there? That's amazing to me. I'm like, come on.
He said we all one color. He on some we
all one color, right?
Okay.
Right.
1/8 under the skin, Dad.
Over and shooting you in your head.
1/8 under the skin. It's 1/8 of an inch under the skin, Dad.
Yeah, 1/8 of an inch. But wasn't that your boy Ray Rice?
No.
I mean, not Ray Rice.
No.
Ray Lewis that said that?
No, it was Cam. That was Cam.
Oh, okay. 1/8.
Yeah, it was Cam. Cam. I'm like, come on, man. You need to stop that nonsense. That's ridiculous.
But
that makes no damn sense. Yeah,
we want Colin Kaepernick on the show because I don't think he's been given a proper platform to really speak and to have proper questions asked to him.
Damn, that'd be a great show. I hope that happens, man. Because
I'm gonna tell you right now. I hate to interrupt you, Mac. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm just interject for a second. I'm gonna get back to you, but let me just say this real quick. That would be a fantastic show. We want him on, and there I give you guys a tweet and make it viral. Hashtag I stand with Cap. You know what I'm saying? How we want to put it? But hashtag I stand with Kaepernick. You understand?
That's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing from now on. Yep.
And that's what I want out there. You understand? Because I'm gonna do it many, many, many times. I'm gonna bother the hell out of them. not in a disrespectful way, but I really want this brother on the show. I really
let
want
him know he got brothers
how
man.
Exactly that people are behind them. You understand, for real. So I'm sorry, Matt, for breaking in. I wanted to get that hashtag out there.
No doubt. He was here in New York a couple of weeks ago. He went up to Harlem and he helped the kids out there by giving them certain supplies, and he's doing a lot for black children, man. I can't applaud that enough. We got the other topic for tonight, the Penn State University. One of the people, he doesn't feel he's starting to feel less sympathy for the people that Jerry Sandusky raped. So we what's up with America?
Yeah,
America. Trash. I had a conversation with a person, not to change the subject. I'm opening up a business soon, and I was telling them that I'm probably more than likely, if I would employ, I'm going to employ mostly black folks, and if I do employ anybody white, they wouldn't have management position. He was like, well, why wouldn't you do that? I said, because they got management position with their own people. Well, I need to give them a management position. I can give my own kind the same thing and teach them the business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. We got to start doing for our own people like they do for their people.
That's right. Black people have a responsibility to employ other black people. Our unemployment rate is high because we don't employ each other.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Also, if you look at any company, any big Fortune 500 company, I'm gonna take the company I work for an example. They have nobody black is in a position managing any department. They have a Asian person managing a department, and they have a Hispanic managing the department, and those two Hispanic people are on the bubble because the person right above them is micromanaging them. So we really get no shakes when it comes to that.
We have to take care of each other and stop allowing them to shortchange us. I mean, we don't have because we don't work together. Colin Kaepernick should have been able to go to a black league if the NFL wanted to act. It should have already been a league in play. We are our own worst enemy because we're so quick to buy into theirs instead of buy. It's just like the whole thing with land infrastructure, nationhood, and us leaving here. We love this place so much that the thought of leaving here makes a joker head hurt. Fuck America. I've never been to a place in my life. If you don't want me there, I'm not coming. That's me. If I know you don't like me, why am I coming to hang out with you? So you know what? America does not like us. Let's pack up and get the fuck out of here, go somewhere and build our own. And that's it, plain and simple. It kills me how when we try to build our own stuff, they'll come in and try to destroy it. We try to leave them, they'll come in and try to get us back, but they don't want us to live with them. So what you want us to do?
That's right. What kind of bipolar domestic violence relationship is that?
Right.
That's a crazy battered wife.
That is some battered wife. Wait a minute. You don't want to live with me, but you don't want me to live with you. I don't get it. But when I go get my own thing, no, you can't have your own thing. We coming in to tear that up. Okay, all right, so I'll move back over. No, you can't live with me. So what you want me to do? I know what you want me to do. You want me to kill your ass. So that's what you get. That's what they ask. I'm telling you. Not to change the subject. I don't know if you'll watch the Khalif Browder story that's on Spike TV. If you
I know
watch
the story, but I didn't watch it.
See what this damn system done to this 16-year-old child. I'm telling you, that alone.
And his mother died from a broken heart. How many other mothers died from a broken heart?
How many mothers died from broken hearts? His mother died from a broken heart. And you know how that makes me feel? And now I'm supposed to sit back and respect and love these folks? It's not going to happen. It'll never happen again. And I'm going to continue to support the NFL.
Protect her son from this system. She couldn't do nothing for him. She was completely helpless in that situation. Completely helpless.
This guy stood in solitary confinement for 2 years. His bail was only $900. My problem is, where the fuck was our people at when his bail was only $900? When niggas fucked that up in the club for a bottle of champagne.
Hold on, Dev. His own father said, "Fuck him, let him stay in jail." Forgot about that part.
I ain't even know that. I'm just learning that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they said on the in documentary.
Well, they killed Sandra Bland before anybody could bail her out.
Her bill was. That's what I'm saying. These types of things shouldn't be a problem for us. Less than $1,000. Really, some because of our economic situation in America, your economic buying power or spending power is determined by other people. So you get paid a certain amount, and you're not getting paid over that amount because somebody is making a decision on your behalf whether or not how much you can navigate in this world financially.
Exactly.
You have a boss that says how much you're going to get paid.
It's like if you go on Kickstarter. You go on Kickstarter, you go on GoFundMe, and you see a lot of black people coming with some great ideas, and nobody backs them. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I can't wait to get some real essential money because that's what I'm going to be picking days where I'm just going to back people fully. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to give you a shot. Nobody else is giving you a shot. Why not take the chance? Because remember, your charity donation is 100% tax deductible. I can get that shit back.
Right. And look, George Zimmerman got back.
Fucking George Zimmerman.
What he did.
He's another one. For why is he still breathing? That's what I want to know.
And we couldn't do that for that brother, but George Zimmerman's GoFundMe went through the roof.
$4 million to walk away with.
Yeah. Yep. And so did the police officer that shot Mike Brown.
He got $2 million. And he said, shit, I'll quit now. I got $2 million now. I'm chilling. Why are they still breathing is my answer. Because they should be, hey, it is what it is, but that's my answer to all of them. You kill one of ours, we kill 10 of yours. That's just what it is. I'm tired of it, man. Our babies are not your target practice. I'm sorry. And when a brother stands up like a Colin Kaepernick who makes $100 million to say something, to stand up for something like that, and nobody stands with him, I got a problem with a lot of people, man. With a lot of people. Where's Magic Johnson? He owns a half a football team. Why he ain't going to say, nah, Colin Kaepernick got a job?
We ain't heard from him.
Nope. Exactly.
But he wants us to go buy movie tickets from him. He wants to do all that. Nah, man, I'm tired of doing it. You're not going to play with our people, and then you're going to play with our people, and then you're going to turn around disrespect us at the same time? Nah.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, y'all had a show about that. When I was younger, I used to follow basketball a little bit, and there was a basketball player in New York, a former basketball player. He got kicked out of the Madison Square Garden.
Charles Oakley.
Yeah, Charles Oakley. To me, like the different sports, they should support each other because Charles Oakley, it's the same situation that used to happen back in slavery time. When you got too old to fulfill your purpose that you was fulfilling for your slave master, you got kicked out, you got put out, somewhere, you got a little house somewhere, and you had to stay over there. You couldn't come around the other slaves, just go over there and die. So, like with Charles Oakley, that seems the same way to me. They should support each other. Colin Kaepernick, Charles Oakley, all these other players who got banned. There was another player, I forgot his name, but he stood up in the 80s or the 90s. It's a whole bunch of people who have done it.
My dude Raul,
at that Charles Oakley
AKA
thing.
Chris Jackson. That's who didn't. He's the first person who he decided not to stand for the national anthem in the NBA, and he got blackballed.
Well, I don't stand for the national anthem at all, nowhere. I hope people look at me when I don't stand and say something.
Right. Well, you're going to get the books of disgust from those people. You know what I'm saying? Hell, from your own people, you're going to get that.
I wish they would.
And that go for that. You're going to get them looks.
And they call it being disrespectful, but what's more disrespectful than First of all, you've been denying our humanity. You don't even treat us as human beings. What's more disrespectful than that?
There you go. Yep.
Disrespectful to what? A song that means nothing about me? That has nothing about me in it? Right, sure.
It talks about you. It says that you're a slave and you need to stay a slave. If they don't say that part, though.
Yeah.
They took it out. They took it out. They
took that stanza out. Yeah, they took that stanza out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, man, we got to represent. We got to represent ourselves. Fuck worrying about what everybody else is doing. And those that ain't representing us, we can't show them love. Our money is powerful if we just recognize it.
Right. Just like not to change the subject, but the sister with the Korean in the hair store. We got to shut them all down. Don't buy nothing from them.
Fucking Koreans controlling black hair. How stupid does that shit sound? How stupid does that shit sound? We don't even run our own hair business.
That's right. A whole bunch of black women. I know black women from New York who have tried to start hair supply stores and stuff like that. They could get some supplies, but the hair itself, the Koreans and the other Asians, they had a monopoly on it, and
they got that shit locked.
Refused to let us in. Refused to let us into the industry. So then we have to fight against them. And then they beating us up and kicking us and doing. This is Saturday morning karate flicks again. You want to watch a karate flick? That's what these Asian people was doing to us in black women. Now, if this was really a karate flick, what would have happened? What would have happened? Oh, you beat up my brother or sister?
Exactly.
Exactly.
My thing is this: male or female, you disrespect a black woman around me, you getting your ass beat. And you're not black, you getting your ass beat. There's no white man will ever jump in a sister's face when I'm around, because he gonna wish he never did. And even if she in the wrong, you ain't gonna jump in her face. Fuck that.
How many white women have been in the wrong? It just came out recently that the accuser of Emmett Till lied.
She should be dead.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck how old her old white ass is. You lied, got that boy killed. That boy was murdered.
Hello.
Her ass should be.
Oh, well, and then they like, oops, our bad. That was a long time ago.
Long time ago, exactly.
That was a long time.
Look at it now.
Leave her alone.
But you know what? Look at it now. You have so many different examples. I know personally, well, I shouldn't say like personally, but I've read a few, at least 2 to 3 different cases of Caucasian women accusing black men of rape. And
that's just a few, please. Let me tell you something. I tell every brother, if you go ahead and walk on that side and see how long it works, you better go watch the movie Get Out, and catch on to it. For real.
It's a Becky playbook, and then some of them even just set up a thing where they start establishing a pattern or start establishing a narrative on the brother to keep him in line, and brothers don't understand that. I mean, I don't know, you know.
You remember a few weeks ago?
All they have to do is call the police, and that's it. You know, they have their own personal militia to get you back in line.
Right.
You remember a few weeks back, and I put on my Facebook page about you are a total sellout. If you have a black man, if anybody black dates a white person, you are a total sellout. And if you don't like what I said, you might as well delete yourself from my page. I lost 65 friends. I loved it.
Are you serious?
I lost 65 friends off of that. I said I loved it. Great thing. That's what, get away from me. Straight up. Straight up. I lost 65 friends in 2 days. It was funny to me. I was like, good, because I needed to get rid of some of you motherfuckers anyway. For real.
Let me ask you a question, Dev, on that, man. Did you have any of them try to stand up and defend themselves?
No, ain't none of them trying to stand up, not against me. One little fat faggot that I went to high school with, he gets on there and says something to me, and I dug in his ass right on the face like, dog, don't you ever in your life try to call me anything outside of my name, because you know I'll come to your job and slap the taste out your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Other than that, ain't nobody really said nothing to me. They just deleted me like they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? People talking about, love is love. No, love is love. That's genocide, you fucking idiot.
I think that brothers like you are great. We need defenders of ourselves. We don't really have, the white people and obviously Asian people. They have they will protect themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For whatever reason, black people are ultra docile, and they need. All of us are not like brothers like you who will go out and defend. And we need the ones of us who are good at this need to band together and organize these type of things. I'm from Brooklyn. I would see the Hasidic Jews patrol their areas, and nobody ever stopped them. They had their own buses. They had their own schools.
They had their own police.
They had their own community.
Yeah.
They thrive in New York City. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why we couldn't do the same thing.
Because you know why? We are, number one, we are too codependent on the white man, and number two, we are too fucking lazy to want to do to help our own community. That's what the problem is. When we started the BAIO was initially put together for that, to police our own neighborhood, to police our own neighborhood, and what ended up happening was we decided thinking about nationhood more so than doing that, so we started going in that direction. But that's the problem. Right. Our people have an issue with each other, and I don't understand what it is. Because when it comes down to the come down, when they put us in the concentration camps, I'm punching you in your motherfucking face when you come to me and say, Dad, what should we do to get out of here? Nothing, nigga. You going to stay and deal with this shit. I'm snuffing you in the concentration camp. No,
I'm not going to the concentration camp. I'm not going. I mean,
I ain't going either, sister. I'm just saying. You know what happens? You know when things happen, the first thing, the so-called, I'm against that people. Well, what you think we should do now? We should sit here, ass here, and go through what we're going to go through since you didn't want to help us before we got here. I've been telling you this was coming, but you don't want to change it. It's going to come a time in this country, y'all, and I'm not trying to scare nobody, where you ain't going to be able to walk the street if you're black because any and everybody going to take shots at you. I'm telling you. This is what they're setting us up for.
That's what it seems like it's boiling down to. When people just, it's fashionable. It's become it used to be fashionable before where black people, I read books before where a person would be walking, this is actual history, it's a biography. People would be walking down the street, and it would be nothing for them to see their friend hanging from a tree.
Right.
That would be commonplace. Okay, it was commonplace to see a black person get pelted in the face at fairs and festivals with baseballs. It was commonplace. It was a funny thing that people would do in this country. This is actual American history. I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making. This still happens today.
To totally
reported.
If you could smack a black person, I mean, this is all over the world. I heard about in South Africa where a black person would pay for something with money, and then the white South African would pay them back in bubble gum and be like, "Get out of here, and you can't do nothing about it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like things are unbelievable. They have put people in concentration camps before. This is actual American history, and then they're calling for these types of things to happen again. They want to put people out. Muhammad Ali's son. Why is Muhammad Ali's son being detained at the airport more than one time? I mean, one time is you might have made a mistake, but more than one time, give me a break.
Exactly.
I thought you love Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all switched up from before. You love Muhammad Ali. Why is Muhammad Ali's son being detained at the airport?
Exactly. All a bunch of bullshit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you the nerve of these folks. Like, when Trayvon Martin was killed, these crackers had the nerve to go out on Halloween with Trayvon Martin fucking costumes on, with blood on the shirt, and Arizona iced tea can. And people laugh, black folks with them laughing and think that shit is funny.
They have, at the shooting range, a black man in a hoodie as a target. And they said that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But if you put up a lioness Becky as a target, or you put up a police officer who goes out to terrorizing our neighborhoods as a target or whatever, then you are public enemy number one. Shoot, if you take a knee, you public enemy number one. You could
take a damn knee or a whack ass song for a public enemy number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for taking a knee. So I mean, the perception is skewed.
Yep. Dev, you know who this sister is, right?
No, who's speaking?
It's Salima's sister.
Oh, who's that, Zaida?
No, Aisha.
No, I'm Aisha.
Aisha is Dev. What up,
hey.
Aisha is Dev. I was like, she does sound like Salima a little bit.
Yep.
What's up, Aisha?
I'm chilling out here in Georgia.
Okay,
I gotta pay taxes on when the KKK wanna do a rally. They have freedom of speech, and my taxes go toward the police protecting them. If that's not representation, or if that's not what is it called, taxation without representation, I don't know what is.
That's when I need my 30-yard six, and I'll be like a half a mile or 2 miles away in a tree, shooting a rally up. That's what I'll be doing. Blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah, see how you run with them white sheets on.
Right. Meanwhile, when Khalid Muhammad had the Million Youth March in Harlem,
what's the problem? 100 million police.
The
million
cops
police
came up out the train station, helicopters flying above us, and they tried to assassinate our deceased ancestors.
Let me tell you something. My Patrice Peterson is a good friend of mine, old Decepticon friend. He's the one that threw the chairs at the police from off the stage. That's the one who started the riot and shit and all of that, man.
Me and Hollop was standing maybe 100 feet away from where that happened.
Yeah, Khalid was real tight with us, man. Like a real good brother. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta start recognizing why does a lot of our leaders die from aneurysm? Because their family be poisoning them. Khalid got killed by his wife. I'm gonna keep it 100. The only way you can get that with somebody had to poison him, and he got poisoned. All of a sudden now we got brain from Johnny Cochran. They poisoned.
Johnny Cochran, that's true. Talking
they
about
poisoned
cell phone.
Damn, his wife?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the closest person to you, because all they gotta do is get in their ear. Once they get in their ear, that's it. Yo, when you say to a woman that ain't got no real love for you, this is going to happen to you. You don't do X, Y, and Z. But if you do X, Y, and Z, I take care of you the rest of my life. Fuck him. He going to die.
You ain't right. Damn.
I'm going to say this. I don't see, like, if his wife did do that to him, I don't know. Because I would listen to Dr. Khalid, and he said that he went to Libya and got like $1 million for Minister Farrakhan. And he was stuffing it in his different, like his pants, his shirt, like he was taking the money, and he brought the money back to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he got some of it or whatever, but I'm saying he wasn't no punk.
No, Khalid was far from a punk.
He know how to get money and take care of, business. You know what I'm saying?
Far from a punk. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you how much this country hates us as a people. I don't know if you'll remember. Remember when Gaddafi gave Minister Farrakhan $1 billion?
Right.
And then the country told him that he could not bring that money into the United States.
Yeah.
Because that money breeds power. So how you going to sit there and tell me I can't bring in that somebody else gave me?
That's why he could get gifts or charity because he's a religious organization.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There's a pastor here in Georgia who wanted to buy a plane because he didn't want one.
Yeah, you talking about your boy? I know you talking about your boy Creflo Dollar. Creflo Dollar. Nigga made up his name. Create a flow of dollars.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he went just because this over the strength that he feels like he needed and he want one. He should get a plane.
The illest one is my boy Joel Osteen. He has a football stadium at his damn church. Now that's a bad damn jam.
It's a basketball stadium.
Whatever, it don't matter. It holds 50,000 people in it.
That's ill. That is ill. Hell no.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 50,000 people every Sunday. That's crazy.
He has the stadium that the Houston Rockets used to play in, the Compact Center in Houston.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
I just want to say that our focus as Black people has not been in the right direction. If you look at through history, the richest Black person that ever lived, they still can't put a value on how much money he had, and nobody can F up no commas like he did. Mansa Musa, we need to be following the example. We are the ones who set the example. The richest white person alive today is still not as wealthy as Mansa Musa was.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to start thinking outside the box to get ourselves out of this situation and never let ourselves get in this situation again. We need to start teaching our kids to be independent. If it takes us in our communities having how the Hasidic Jews do, they educate their children. I would see when I went to school in Bensonhurst, into junior high school, out in Bensonhurst, New York. There was this Jewish kid, like they used to bust the Black kids into the white area to go to school.
Right.
So this Jewish kid, he thought it was funny. He would put a dollar on a string and put it on the floor, and then see who would try and pick up the dollar off the floor. And then it was funny when he would move the dollar, and then one of us would run and try and get the dollar. Until one day, this boy, one of the Marburys, I went to school with Norman Marbury. He stepped on that dollar, and the string popped off of the dollar. And then the Jewish kid wanted to get mad and be like, give me back my dollar or whatever. And he was like, well, why are you playing with that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Certain people teach their kids about money. Everybody knows, like, if you're from New York, Jewish people have a reputation of teaching their children about money. We need to start doing the same thing. We need to start educating our children about the things that are important in life so that they won't have to beg from nobody else while we have $1.1 trillion available to us as a community. And there are some actual nations that have their own separate country and sovereign land that don't even have that much money.
Yeah, it's a damn shame in the Black community. A dollar stays in our hand and goes to 1 to 2 hands. In the Jewish community, that same dollar goes to 12 hands before it leaves.
Right. That's right.
That's ridiculous.
That's right. It stays in our community a matter of maybe minutes, up to maybe a few hours, and it doesn't stay in our community long enough. And then this is something that has to be focused on, because if we don't focus, other people focus on it. Other people focus on how many times their dollar circulates within their community.
Right, before
we need to focus on that too. It has to be a focus of ours. You know?
Yeah.
Well, my main focus is not to spend no more money here in the United States and start to build my nation somewhere else. Because I'm tired of this place.
Here we go.
I'm not. They can't get nothing from me. You gonna take my tax dollars and kill my babies? You must be crazy. And I'm gonna go for that. Right.
This country.
Right. Shut up and like it. Sit down and shut up and like it. What kind of dominatrix master crap is that?
Right. What type of S&M sadomasochistic shit you trying to do?
Right. Exactly.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Get the hell out of here.
Yes, that's John Lewis. Didn't he say that? The cops beat me, and I said, thank you for your service. I said, what kind of dominatrix relationship he got with the United States government? I said, thank you for your service. I don't think so.
He's an agent. He's an agent. He wants a pat. He thinks he's going to be safe. But when they are finished with him, he won't be so safe. And when they finish with you, they dispose of you horribly.
They dispose of you horribly.
That's true.
You see what they did? You see they did to JFK, right? You see they did to him.
Yeah.
They was like, you want to help them niggas? All right, no problem.
Magic bullet.
Want to help them niggas? All right, no problem. We're going to create this magical nigga from the window, but we're going to kill you ourselves.
Magic. He got magic bulleted.
Yeah. Yeah, this country is about to go to shits because, like, right now, we may be dealing with white people, but their birth rate is slowly declining, and there's no way they can repair it. So if black people continue to stay here, we're going to have to deal with these nasty Arabs, the Hispanics, the Asians.
And the Asians.
And see, that's the reason why white people are acting the fool right now. They went through the whole Brexit thing out there in Europe because their birth rate is declining, and there's a lot of Arabs moving out there.
How are they supposed to have babies? They don't like each other.
they can't even repair a generation.
And that's why a lot of our sisters are coming up missing, because they're trying to get their reproductive organs.
Yeah,
that's true.
They can't even do nothing. Only
if you
black
listen
and Hispanic. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you listen to, I forgot her name, Dr. Joy DeGray, she's a psychologist, and she talks about how medical experiments have been done. She's the one who came up with the phrase of post-traumatic slave syndrome, which is what our black people ignored mental abuse, what it has developed into. How people talk about in the Jewish, they can only make this analogy sometimes with white people, but when it comes to black people, the same thing doesn't apply because they don't consider us human beings. But for the Jewish people, they said that in their genes, they discovered that there was a gene that showed their trauma. And they were in Germany for less than 20 years. So if there's a gene that shows up in Jewish people that that shows that they had trauma, we've been dealing with the terrorism of white America for nearly 500 years. What do our genes look like? What do our genes have?
Good question. Yeah. We all got it inside of us. Because we ain't even got to just bring up America. Just bring up before we got here. You know?
Exactly.
We've been dealing with a lot, man. And it's crazy that we still surviving.
It's not crazy. That tells you something about the people to be able to survive that. That should tell a whole bunch of people. Everybody's looking at us and, seriously. We're the only ones that's like, well, yeah, we got this. We're taking this type of attitude, but everybody else is looking at us like Mark, I don't know if you saw Get Out yet.
I didn't see it yet, but I spoke to your husband about it. And he didn't give me any spoilers, but I plan on seeing it. Go ahead,
they make a reference to black people's genetics and how they did certain things that we could really physically take you guys could really physically take us, but we're not like, except for brother. He's like, well, you know what? We need to defend ourselves. There's nothing wrong if somebody attacks you that you defend yourself. We need to defend ourselves, because people have been attacking us and we haven't been coming up with the proper defenses, economically, spiritually,
physically,
politically. We're under attack all day long.
Mhm. Right. It's funny. I work where I work at. I got a sister at the job she's not a sister. She is Sister Ruckus. As soon as a white person come in the room, she's shucking and jiving. There's so and so higher. I'm like, yo, calm down. They just people. They're not gonna fire you. Do your job.
Sure.
And she just is that person that she's the spy in the office.
Yeah.
Drop dimes on everybody.
We got those through our time. We just have to deal with them, because I have a person on my timeline that constantly, or different people, they say, well, why do you keep on posting those things on Facebook? I'm like, well, there's a reason, there's a cause and an effect to things. Yep. There's a cause why in Chicago there are so many guns and there's gun violence. Those brothers cannot just walk into a gun shop. First of all, I've been to a gun shop before. I've seen how the gun shop owners and the people who manage the gun shops treat black people. I went to a gun shop before. owner said that he smelled marijuana on two of the brothers that tried to come there. They had all their stuff. They had their own guns. You know, you could get a permit and have your stuff. They had all their stuff together. The only thing that he was able to say was, I smell marijuana, so I denied them access. I was next to them. I didn't smell it. Maybe my nose is bad or whatever, but he was able to deny them access to his business because he said he smelled marijuana on them. They were coming to lawfully just come and practice shooting at the shooting range, but then they would deny entry. We need to have our own businesses.
Yep, and we need our own gun clubs. We need to be able to do that and learn how to use firearms the proper way, not what we do in the streets, because most people don't who are in the streets and using firearms. And I got another tidbit for y'all. Y'all know, since here in New York City it's hard to get guns legally, especially for a black man. So where do the guns come from? They come from the military. Military men come back from the military, and you know they do what they do, and that's how guns and drugs get to the streets. And we all know the government is sitting at the top, letting all that play out because they don't care, and they getting paid off of it as well.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. When somebody goes to a gun show or to a gun, why are you buying hundreds of guns or even 10 guns? Why do you need that many guns? It's because you are doing this in order to go and do a side business. It should be illegal, but it's not. I don't see anybody saying that that's illegal to you purchasing a gun and then you go sell it to another person. This is your wholesale business that you're doing or whatever. Nobody ever enforces that, and then the guns just mysteriously wind up in these young brothers' hands, and people are getting shot on FaceTime. I mean, on Facebook Live, people getting murdered on Facebook Live because there's crazy gun violence, and they can't walk into a gun shop and buy a gun. Somebody has to do that for them. There's a service there's a middleman that's providing guns for these communities. And I applaud Color-Confrontation for donating that money to I think it was Chicago schools. But we have to come up with a totally different program, a totally different form of schooling, because what's his name? The head of the HUD now, the neurosurgeon Ben Carson. Ben Carson obviously went to school. He was educated well enough that he became a great neurosurgeon. He's well known throughout the world for his his medical things that he's done. At the same time, he's ignorant by saying that black people who came here as slaves were immigrants. That's ignorance. These are things. These are not true. That's taught in certain schools, and in order for you to operate within this system, you have to. Jay-Z said the same thing. I don't know if Jay-Z and this guy went to the same damn school, but they saying the same thing. And Otis, Jay-Z said, "Not bad immigrants. We wanted immigrants." I don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So did they go to the same school? I doubt it, because Jay-Z is from Marcy and this guy is from someplace else. But they saying the same thing, so there's an education that's going on. And we have to have a separate education, a true education that's going to lift us up.
Yes, we do. I agree. Totally.
I agree.
Yep. Anybody else have anything else they want to add? Y'all want to talk about anything else? We are in the overtime, so we can talk about anything else we want to talk about, if we want to talk about anything. Because I had to leave.
I just wanted to say that if Maxine Waters and Calvin Kaepernick got together, they would be a powerhouse team to speak out about black issues. There's a bill that's been proposed to the Congress. Nobody in the Congressional Black Caucus is talking about it. It's called H.R. 40, and it was introduced by I forgot his name. It's one of the congressmen, but it's been there since 1989. It's been sitting in Congress since 1989. Nobody has done anything with it. And it's only to study the effects of slavery on black people, just to study, not even for reparations, to study to see what happened as a result of slavery and Jim Crow and all those things. And they won't even look at it. They're ignoring it. It's almost 30 years it's been sitting there, and it's just being completely ignored. And right now, like if we're speaking out about this brother who stood up for us, we need to, get people to understand that we're human beings and our issues need to be addressed. It's a necessity at this point. Human beings are actually dying. Our lives are worth something. They're priceless. That's how I feel. I feel like my children's lives are priceless. I can't put no price on how much their life is, or any other black child. And I'm speaking specifically about black people right now. I can't put a price on how much that life is worth. So we have to start doing something about it.
There you go.
I got a question. Why nobody just didn't go up there to Fox News and punch that fucking cracker Bill O'Reilly in his fucking face when he said that shit about Maxine Waters? This is what we got to start doing, punching people in their face. You want to talk about a sister like that?
But Bill O'Reilly is a drug addict and a womanizer his own self. Why nobody is? These people, they don't have. All he could say is that she looks like she got a James Brown wig on. That's all you can say. You got snaps now. That's all you got is snaps. And this person is speaking facts, actual facts, that he got snaps.
They need me to be there. Well, let's talk about Bill O'Reilly. He's in the Lady Boys. He's in the raping women. He's in the drugs. They should have somebody bring up his dirty, disgusting laundry, because he's a herd.
Wow. So this dude is out here raping women. They got him on TV.
Oh yeah, he's groped, tried to rape, felt up some of his colleagues. There's a couple of cases against him. He definitely in the Lady Boys and drugs. That's his main
I don't think that really matters right now, because the president of the United States is on record saying that he would grab women by the private parts, and it made people want to vote for him even more. I think that the worse the character of the person who's in charge in America, the more that they're attracted to them. Bill Clinton was accused of raping and molesting 24 women. That didn't stop him from becoming the president. As a matter of fact, he was the first black president.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, Bill was off the hook. Bill was off the
William.
hook. Bill was off the hook. But no, Aisha, I meant that in regards to him. When he said that right then and there, somebody should have just went in on his dirty laundry and embarrassed him, because that's embarrassing.
Oh, somebody should have punched him right in his mouth.
And that too.
Somebody should have did. How dare you talk about a sister like that? Because that's what I would have did.
Probably nobody didn't want to do that at Fox, because I heard that Juan Williams got a gun pulled on him. So over at Fox.
I would have been there.
Juan Williams is a punk.
He is, because he said that, we're still friends. I didn't feel in danger or anything. Nobody was in danger when the person. So he did Biggie on Sean Hannity did Biggie on Juan Williams. Oh, is that a red dot on your forehead? And he didn't do nothing about it. He didn't do nothing about it that Juan Williams got. As a matter of fact, he just said, "Hey, that's my friend."
Yeah, they probably ghetto gagged Juan Williams right after the show.
Man,
he let them pull a gun on him. He let them pull a gun on him.
Sean Hannity. They said Sean Hannity pulled a gun on Warren Williams. They trying to cover it up now. It was on scene. I don't even have cable. I'm trying to feel in my news feed. It's popping up on my phone that, you know, this happened or whatever. Now they're trying to hush it or whatever. So over at Fox, you probably can't. I mean, if you're going to run up on Bill O'Reilly or whatever, you know, Sean Hannity might be over there digging the joint. Gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about, you know, what situation you're going into. You know.
Well, you see, you gotta roll in there like Wesley Snipes did. Ernie Hudson and Sugar Hill. You gotta have your people in there planted.
No. Well, gotta make plans. You know, you gotta have big dreams.
Yep.
I want to say thank you guys for letting me talk on your show. I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you. It was great to talk to my sister. You know, outside of, you know, mostly we communicate on Facebook. It's great to have you on, and I love what you said and imparted on my audience.
I'm totally from a black people's perspective. I think that not enough of us think from our own perspective, and that's why, you know, we're in the situation that we're in now.
Right.
We have to start thinking for ourselves and being for ourselves. But we will be in concentration camps if we don't.
Yep. And me and Dev will be snuffing people.
Snuffing people?
And Big Mark. Yo,
yeah.
Dev, what we gonna do? Yo, come on, man. What we gonna do, man? You is the BAIO still exist?
Huh?
No, I'm saying we in the concentration camp.
Yep.
Somebody running up to you. Yo, y'all still got the BAIO? Because we need them.
I'm knocking that nigga straight out. Look, I'm knocking him straight out, and I'm dragging him right to the administration office. He trying to escape.
Sir, he is plotting. Oh man, Dom left. Dom had to go.
Well, Dom is out.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to bounce too.
All right. Hey, Dev, it's picking up traction. The Dolan protest is in full effect, brother.
That's
Please
what's up.
spread
I'm with it.
And next, we coming for the NFL in May. If he don't at least get an interview.
Yeah, we got to do
and
that.
Even if he don't get an interview, NFL offices is next after we deal with James Dolan and
That's good.
And Phil Jackson.
Right. Definitely. Let's keep it moving, man. Well, I love y'all black folks, man. Love y'all to pieces.
Love you too, brother. Love you too.
Stand up for each other, man, nonstop. No matter what's in front of us, man. We stand together. Nothing's going to defeat us, for real.
That's right. That's right.